Happy Saturday to you. Hope you're doing well. This is David Rajano with Balance and Try Body, Mind, and Spirit. What is Balance and Try? It's what I learned and pieced together, and I realized the importance of it is when I went in for a simple biopsy to the tumor in my sinus, only to wake up in ICU the next day with a bunch of tubes come at me. Those complications. When I found out I was ICU, the reaction was, okay. A couple days in the hospital, went back the following week, got a cancer diagnosis, and I was pretty much okay with that. Had to stay the night again because of complications. Went back the following week at the last minute and had an 8-hour surgery and several days in the hospital. But I pretty much handled it all with, okay, kind of no big deal. So that's what I learned. I've been working on Balance and Try it, and that's what I did when I realized the importance of it, and that's what I'm sharing to you to allow you to better handle the challenges life throws at you, and as well as the ones you've already been thrown at. The ones that have already been thrown at you. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, so today's topic, I did not know how to phrase this. That's why you might have a little long title if you don't even want to call it. I wasn't sure how to word this. But what I'm kind of referencing here is if you go back to either your childhood, your teenage years, maybe even your adulthood, was there some type of cartoon? Now, yes, I still watch cartoons in my late 40s. Some type of cartoon, was there a comic, was there a book, was there a movie? Something in those, whether it's a character, there's an element about there that was drawn to, that you're attracted to, and somehow stirred you in the mind. And as an adult, you more so understand it and know what you were drawn to. Let me give you a couple examples from me, and you'll find a trend here, which there might be for you. Back, I think it was in the 90s, there was a cartoon called Transformers Beast Wars. So the Transformers, instead of transforming from robots to vehicles, this was the ancient past, so this was giant insects and animals. One part of it, they left Earth, or wherever they were at, and went to the planet Cybertron. Now on Earth, they were computers, so they had to say a code transformed to transfer from one to the other. But once there was a transformation process where they changed, and they couldn't do that. They had to basically go internal and almost have it like a meditation of sorts. They had to come within themselves to allow themselves to transform. That's the part that drew me. That's the part that I liked. They had to go internal, very themselves, be centered, and that allowed them to transform from robot to animal. Another one, Dragon Ball Z, has been around for quite a while, a series of fighters, but what drew me to it, they had to physically train themselves to get stronger, to get bigger, and when they worked on their abilities, it was their internal power. The power they had came from within. That was their ability to get bigger, stronger. It's not just physically muscular strength, but the power comes within. That's where it mostly came from. You can see a theme here. Another big draw for me, but I didn't really understand this one until more so as an adult, Star Wars and the Force. The idea of having this force that flows through all living things, that connects everything, that makes us all one, that you can feel it, tap into it. That's what I was really fascinated with. It's basically similar to, or almost the same thing, but on a higher level, as what we can call chi, ki, prana, same type of energy. It's the chi is what flows through when I do energy work. But that's what elements have drew me. And this kind of got stirred as I'm reading the series, Sword Art Online was an animated cartoon series I really got into, and I just now started reading the light novels, especially it's The Progressive, which is a retelling of the sort of stories, and it reminds me a little about the internal elements of ourselves. So what I'm asking is if you can go back to childhood, teenage years, was there something like that for you? Was there certain, again, comic book, comic series, movies, whatever it was there an element of those characters that you like to watch or read about, learn about, that you tapped into, that connected to you? Now, what this is brought up is there a way, the lessons you can learn or the abilities, whatever it is, can you transfer that now to your adult life? I've done this before. I kind of research about what some Star Wars, like the Jedi, what were some of the training they did, and it's something you can definitely emulate in an aspect where it was studying the mind, you're working on the body, you're studying the spirit, which is what I teach about here. And it reminds me about how much we could do. We can take from those fictional stories, but yet we can learn it and apply it into our everyday life in a variety of ways. And I find it very fascinating for me to go back and find stuff. These were mostly my teenage years, even now teenage years to late teens to 20s is when I was watching most of these. But as I got an adult and the more I went down this path that I'm on, the more I understood what they actually represented to me. And with reading one of the stories, chapters last night and Sword Art Online, Progressive, it was triggered that memory. It's like, okay, what are some of the elements that I can learn to apply in my life? And this even ties together with a lot of the other things I've learned from other teachers more recently. And again, you've heard me mention before, you can connect the dots how you want to. And I'm choosing to connect them to how they join together, how they're leading me in a direction to lift myself up, to bring myself better, and in turn I can help you as well. But yeah, it made me kind of step and think, okay, where in my life can I start taking these fictional stories, but yet use them today to better myself? So that's hopefully, I kind of think that made sense. Like I said, the title or how I was writing it, it's like, okay, this is going to be long drawn out to at least get me the idea across. But I think you understand where I'm coming from. So let me know your thoughts on that. Where is it that you had something either from your childhood or teenagers, adulthood, that you had an element you drew to? So let me know what it was that drew you then, and then do you reference and understand it today? And are you able to apply that today? All right. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will. We got through today. I know here in Northern California, we're supposed to getting some rain tomorrow on Sunday, which is much appreciated, as we are definitely probably heading to another drought. But we'll take the rain coming in. So enjoy your day, and we'll catch you next time. Take care and balancing to you.